Jay Ellis, but the story of today was obviously those new look Knicks. In
Yep.
particular, the play of one Dennis Smith Jr. What were your takeaways of DSJ today?
DSJ had some good moments, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of as advertised, really.
Yeah.
Like everything, all the rumors are true. Like he went to the hole pretty well.
Yeah.
I liked the pass. I liked his passing out of the pick and roll. Shooting, 3-point shooting wasn't good. Looked a little. 3-point shooting wasn't good, but
Yeah.
you know the dribble penetration and setting team names up was pretty good.
Yeah.
But and also the defense, it was very extreme. It was like two extremes. It was like plays where he was very locked in, and then there was plays where
You look lost.
it was like god awful.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in all fairness, right? The guys had 2 hours of practice. Wasn't expected too much, but yeah, just going off of what we've seen. Just going off of what we see.
Yeah, off of what you see. I mean, like when it comes to the offense, I like that's fine. Like, to me, like the defense thing is more like things you should know. You don't need practice for. Like
Yeah.
turning your head and not paying attention while your man cuts to the basket for a layup. Like that's
Right, right.
You don't need. You need to go to practice for that. That's like basketball 101. But all in all, it's still early, so you gotta see what happens when we have him for a while. It's gonna be a little audition time.
Yep.
It's kind of even weird to even judge him for half a year.
Right.
Like saying how it was weird for Moutier to be judged.
It's the Moutier treatment. It's the Moutier treatment. Who, speaking of which, is going to be looking probably role reversal because with DSJ in here and with Frank in here with ISO, Moutier could be back to the end of the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what that point guard rotation is going to look like moving forward.
It's going to be interesting. Never know with Fizz. But, DSJ finishes with 8 points, 6 rebounds, 6 dimes, 3 rebounds today. And,
I like the 6 dimes.
Yes, in 25 minutes. You know, he definitely came alive as the game picked up. He found Knox with a good look. He found Vonleh with a good look. Both of those for 3. Obviously, for the first play of the game, I mean, he established himself as the best point guard on the team. You know what I'm saying? I almost thought he was about to derail the tank. He looked all right so flashy on that first play, man. I was about to tell Fizdale, take him out of the game, bro. Run the triangle or something. We still got a tank to maintain, man. But so yeah, that was DSJ. You know, as you said, as advertised, the flashes was there. Easy dribble penetration, very quick, changes speeds very well. So he's got 30 games to show improve. There's some prognosticators that think, you know, his time to show improve. But I'm interested to see how him and Frank, the him and Frank dynamic work, if they could get some playing time together, what that might look like.
Yeah, I'm really interested too. I want to see those two together, see how that looks.
Yeah.
Frank hasn't really played shooting guard or off-ball that much since the beginning of the season, so it's going to be interesting to see the rotation and how he's going to be used going forward. Yeah, like, because Dotson, it's just going to be interesting. Because, you know, Dotson right now is a shooting guard. And he to me, he's more of a natural shooting guard.
Mm-hmm.
But, and he's also a good defender. But we'll see how that goes moving forward.
True indeed. Also making his debut today was one DeAndre Jordan. They gave him KP's number. KP who?
Yeah.
We'll get to KP later, but all right, a decent debut, 12-12. You know, good afternoon for DeAndre. You know, he had to man up with Gasol a little bit. Obviously, Gasol being a skilled, crafty big, killed us a bit down the stretch. But hey, what can you do with that? But I thought DeAndre looked all right in his debut.
Yeah. DeAndre looked good. Like, I think one of the first plays of the game on the defensive end,
he caught a block right after the DSJ drive. Yep,
it was pretty nice. I think he finished with a double-double, 12-12. Pretty good. I like that. Solid debut for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, solid. And you know, if they asked Fizz about him, about what he thought DeAndre could bring to the team from here and going forward to the end of the season. Obviously, Fizz says he wants to establish ourselves as a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because clearly that's not going to happen this year.
Nah.
But it makes me believe that, you know, should they not find a suitable offer between now and Thursday, he might get considered to come back next year if he comes back on a cheap deal.
That's what it seems like.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Knicks have a lot of decisions.
To make
in a few months because there's a lot of expirings.
Facts.
Going forward, and even so, there's gonna be a lot of decisions. It'll be interesting to see because he can be serviceable if we have actual teams make a nice little run.
Yeah.
But or do you want to pick? I don't know. Like it really depends on what you.
I mean, if we could get a first from Houston, who might need a big down the stretch. I'm thinking Houston with that Capella injury, and some depth. I would put him in a deal for Thursday if we can get a late first.
That's true, but it's like the how much is he making on a salary?
He's making crazy bread. He's making crazy bread.
Yeah, like we would have to take. That's really what the thing is like.
Making that salary work.
Yeah, you have to find another expiring.
Yeah.
To make that work.
Yeah, but I mean, depending on how things go, listen, we could use that type of defense. We could use an anchor out there. We could use a real mentor for Mitch. I don't think Mitch is going to be ready for starters minutes even next year. You know, if we're talking about depending on how we put this team together. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't count out DeAndre Jordan going forward if it's on a cheap deal. It's got to be more market value for him because he came away with like a bandit, you know, that last deal.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Even if you do trade him away, I'm like, I don't know, I'll put a bug in his ear to come back because he can definitely like provide some leadership for us.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you know, everything comes into play. If the pipe dream becomes a reality, that would be a nice anchor for this team. If he took less money.
You would hope and think it would be kind of like the LeBron factor, right?
Facts.
Like when you have these two big anchors, other vets who want to be a part of something will take a deal to come cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the third guy in this whole deal, Wesley Matthews. Somebody in the chat said Wesley Matthews was definitely with the tank tonight.
It's funny because Wesley Matthews didn't shoot good.
Nah.
But his defense was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good, and even when you look at all the plus minuses, he had the highest plus minus on the team.
Yeah,
even with his 5 points and his shooting weirdly, he just knows where to go. He's just a smart player.
Facts, and just center yourself a little bit, JLs. But I always liked his game ever since the Portland days. You know, always liked this game ever since the Portland days. You know, the Achilles injury that got him was unfortunate, but obviously killed us last week when he was on the Mavs.
Oh yeah, when he's on it.
Yeah. Yeah, just an uncharacteristic shooting night. You know, like we said, obviously there's no chemistry there. You could tell we was trying to force our way around on the offensive end all game, and you know, as a result, he didn't look too good. But he's another guy who could be on his way out if we could you know, get something that we like on Thursday. Yeah,
more interesting decisions for our coaching staff, man. I mean, for our front office, like stay or go, because he's another guy. Like he can be useful if the pipe dream comes true.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't need 3-and-D guys?
Yep.
Who doesn't need two-way players? That's always in demand.
Yeah.
You don't need them for $18 million, or however much he's making. But it's like you need those type of guys, those veteran guys, that can hold teams accountable and bring some depth off the bench. Because right now, for so long, Dotson was our 3-and-D guy, two-way player. That was pretty much the only one. Really,
pretty much, and it's also Dotson's opportunity, man. With no Timmy here, no Courtney Lee, Dot has been freed for now.
This is the real free Dot.
This is the real free. This is the era of Dotson, man. We were waiting to see when the era of Dotson was gonna start, bro. So, listen, he didn't have that great of a game. 2 for 7, 5 points today, but you know. Give him some time. Let's give him some time.
Yeah, last game he had a great game. This game lit it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I still see Dot as a nice rotational piece. However, this team looks going forward, I'm with Dot, man. We can't have enough guys that are as versatile as Dotson, man.
Yeah, man. Two-way players. We need more of those.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What else happened in the game? Bum-ass Joakim Noah. MSG finally got the chance correct. They still squeaked out the can of garbage, which is why I want him going.
Louder.
It's getting louder. And there was even a cross-up at that point. I don't know if you saw that, but they had Dennis Smith Jr. and Canner on the bench at the same time. And I guess Coach must have said Dennis. And Canner jumps up, runs to the scorer's bench. Crowd goes wild. Then they send him back to the bench. I was like, this is hilarious. This is exactly, man. So as the world turns with Canner, I'm sure he'll have an interesting sound bite for all the fans out there today. You know, about
4 more days, CP.
4 more days, man.
I might do a countdown on my IG.
4 more days, man. 4 more days. Noah, thank God they booed Noah. He scored a couple points. I was kind of tight about that. I didn't want to give Noah no love.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to see Noah getting any points on us.
I definitely want to see Noah shine. I thoroughly enjoyed when Luke blocked.
Thoroughly. And then Luke splashed a couple threes in his eyes. I was let's go, Luke. Let's go. Yeah, you know, Noah coming in now. We want to be all loud and energetic. Like, man,
shut up.
Get out of here. Go back to Memphis, bro.
We got the real Noah right here, man.
Exactly. Go back to Memphis, man. Clown. So at least MSG got that right. Nate Solomon in the chat says they weren't loud enough, but yeah, they're not getting too loud at all at MSG. We lost 14 straight at home.
Yikes.
21 of the last 22. 10-42 on the season. Looking at Mike Vorkanoff's tweet from The Athletic, he says 14 straight home losses. JL says a franchise record, tied for the 4th longest home losing streak since the start of the 9-5-9-6 season.
The bottom.
This is the bottom, folks.
This is the bottom. I wish it would have changed the lottery rules next year, not this year.
With the 5th pick of the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Bol, who's scheduled to have microfracture surgery as he stumbles on the stage to greet the commissioner.
Stop playing, yo. Stop playing, CP. Even though I do like Bol.
I hope not, man.
The black unicorn.
Yeah. Factuals. What else? We're going to get to the KP thing in a second. Real quick, shout out everybody in the chat. This is the Sunday matinee edition of Postgame Live. This is the postgame show for the fans, by the fans, where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and postgame live discussions after every game, where you hear from us, CP and Jay Ellis, and also you guys. The phone lines are up, 657-383-1509. If you're new to the chat, if you're new to the video, hit that subscribe button below. And the notification bell on both channels, Knicks Fan TV and the Nick of Time show, so you don't miss the next show. What else? It's going to be a bit of a short one today. Obviously, today's Super Bowl Sunday for the football aficionados like myself. So, got some family coming over and got to get the crib ready. But
I got to record a podcast after this podcast.
Absolutely. So, being cognizant of the time, let's get to the phones real quick. It sounds like we got a new caller. Let's go to Wash Heights. Jose from Wash Heights wants to talk about the game and the potential trades. Jose, how you feeling, bro? Hello?
You there?
I think we lost Jose. All right, let's go to Paul from Cali. He wants to talk about the progress that the Knicks made with the trade. Paul, what's the good?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you feeling, bro?
Caller. I always listen to the show.
All right.
Big ups to the Knicks, man, doing big things out there. So hopefully we can keep it going. I'm liking the trade, man. I hope that we can keep it going and make some more big trades. You know, get rid of Cantor and get rid of a couple other people, and we'll be doing all right. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad Timmy's gone, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So to see Fred Hardaway. Fred Hardaway might get tight, but listen, it was refreshing to see Timmy not out there building bricks. So
what if we miss on AD? What do you think we're gonna? Who do you think we're gonna get?
Well, see, here's the thing.
Kawhi, I think he's gonna stay in Cali.
Are you talking about KD? KD, you saying?
Yeah, KD.
Kevin Durant.
We miss on KD. Yeah. We know Kawhi is gonna go. He just bought a house in California.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like I told JLs the other day, Paul. These dudes are rich. That don't mean nothing. that's like you going to the store and getting some chips for the Super Bowl party, bro. That's nothing, man. Don't take stock into where these guys buy a house, because it don't mean they're gonna lay their head there permanently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
sure.
true.
But
true,
I mean, JL.
Well, I don't want to waste you guys' time, but I just wanted to.
Yeah, all good, Paul. Appreciate the call, man.
Thanks for letting me call in, man.
Of course, bro. Appreciate it.
But yeah, we talked about that though.
Yeah.
You know what it is. It's gonna be like we miss out on the big name free agents. It's not gonna be the end of the world. All we gotta do is bunt. We don't have to hit a home run if we miss out on the K's. We bunt. We get like a short term deal for a second tier guy for a year. Re-up the next year.
Right.
Build our youth and try it again.
Yeah. I agree, man. I'm with it wholeheartedly. I said from the beginning, I'm not tying the success of this trade to the success of this offseason. I think that would be a foolhardy way to look at it. It's free agency. We're not the only ones coming in with money. These guys can make way more money with their current team and an extra year of security. So with that being said, I still feel like we are at the bottom of the priority for some of these free agents. Now, speculation around the league, speculation around the Knicks is that they feel comfortable that they're going to get some of these guys. I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? I believe it when I see it, JLs. But this is what I'm leery about. I'm going to tell you what I'm leery about, man. The longer this Anthony Davis trade, it gets held up. Because right now the Lakers deal, I think they put up their initial deal, which is crazy how it was even leaked, was supposed to be Lonzo, Kuzma, Beasley, and like some other nonsense. Undercut. So I was like, that's not getting done. But what I'm saying, J. Ellis, is the longer this happens, if this stretches into the offseason, and somehow we get our hands on a Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, somehow, yo, all that flexibility talk is out the window, dog, because I feel like they're gonna go for him. I feel like they're gonna package up everything and go for Anthony Davis, bro. And that would be the foolhardy move. I don't want to do that. What do you think? Talk to me, man.
Man.
I'm scared. I'm scared, bro.
I have mixed feelings about it. I go back and forth with that because that would be a big three to end off big threes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's like you can find some guys from AU and put them on a team.
Yeah, but it's gonna kill our depth, man.
But it will kill. Exactly. That's the other part. You kill the depth.
Yeah.
But it's like it all really depends on who you draft into. Like if you get a Zion, right? If you get a Zion, you're still gonna have to wait for Zion to kind of develop. So he's not gonna be exactly on the same track.
Yeah.
As AD. But long term though, you'll be in better shape.
Yeah.
If you don't make that move, because you figure Zion's gonna develop, and then you'll have a Mitch and a Trier and a Frank and a you'll have the depth moving forward. It'll probably take a couple of years.
JL, this whole thing is just so weird, bro. It's so weird. You got Anthony Davis, who midway through the season has actually told his team, "I'm out."
Yep.
How does he even walk into that locker room, much less walk into that arena every night to play for the fans? And his farewell tour to New Orleans. That's crazy.
That's rough, man.
You know? His pops already burnt the Celtics bridge. Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's not happening. Any team that's going to try to trade for him is going to want to sign him. Yep. I think it's between us and the Lakers.
I was saying that before. I think people was kind of calling me crazy. But I'm like, yo, I think it's going to be between us and the Lakers. So, it depends on what the front office wants to do. Like, if they really want to go for it, I think you would see DeAndre and Wesley Matthews going for some more trade chips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To put in a package. And if they feel like, you're not going to go for it, then you might see them stay here.
If
the Lakers are going to lowball and we got 2 first-round picks from Dallas, all of a sudden we looking like we looking a little Gucci over here.
That's where I'm leery, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? What do you guys think if all the miracles lined up, if all the ducks lined up, and Kyrie and Kyrie took that bag, 80 still out there, would you make that trade knowing that it's gonna cost us a bevy of assets, the whole depth? Would you pull that trigger and go back to the big three, man? Chasing big threes again, Joe. I'm just nervous about that, man.
But that's
I'm nervous.
Yeah, man, that's nervous. Like you would hope, I would hope that somebody would take a cut somewhere.
Nervous, man.
Because that's the only way that's sustainable long term. Like that's the thing.
I almost want to see AD get traded, man. Just go to the Lakers, man. So we don't got to think about this.
Yeah,
Go to the Lakers, man. I don't want to think about this, man. I don't even want to know the prospects of this even happening. Just go to the Lakers, man. So I don't need to even think about this, man. And lose sleep.
Oh man, that's such a tough.
It's
AD
tough.
is still 25, dog. He is like the real unicorn. Like he's actually the real one. T.
Williams says, roll the dice. LOL, so stars win championships, not bench depth. Yeah, but you still need some capable guys on your bench, man.
Yeah.
You still need some capable guys off the bench. Philly will still be deep. You know, Milwaukee will still be deep, probably. You would assume they signed Chris Middleton.
Yeah, like the thing is though is like health. Like to me, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals, like immediately.
I think so.
That's not even a thought.
I think so.
And
Lawrence Williams says no AD. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I think we're going to Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
With those three guys, like not even a question. AD, Kyrie, and no, there's no way. There's no way.
I can't handle it, man. I can't handle it. Let's go to the phones. Jamal from Jersey. Jamal, what would you do, man? If you let's say we get this top 3 pick, you got Katie and Kyrie Irving signed up already. Are you gonna throw the house at Anthony Davis to complete the trifecta?
It depends on if it's a big house or a small house, man. he worth getting if those two is off the table.
Oh,
but
man.
Overall, I'm just happy with the trade that we did do and getting rid of Kristaps Porzingis. It's like my third best day ever of recent Knicks history outside of when we got Marbury, Melo, and now this.
Yeah.
I'm extremely happy.
And you heard today, which stuff last night. Let's get to KP's next cryptic message. Send off to the New York fans. He says the city deserves better than that. My suggestion for the Knicks fans is stay woke. Jamal, how do you see that?
Like 1 a.m. Go to sleep, dog.
Go to bed.
Please
dog.
let me speak on that.
Jamal, speak on it. He's talking to you, man. He says stay woke, bro. Speak on it.
True. One thing that's misunderstood is that KP didn't choose to leave us. We got rid of him.
He asked for a trade.
Well, who do you believe?
Right.
Who do you believe?
He asked for a trade because we was no longer letting him control the organization and hold us hostage by doing his rehabbing and stuff on his own. All the little stuff he was doing that he learned from Melo that he was trying to do over the years, we wasn't having it no more. These trades were been discussed and was ready on the table to go. But when he walk in and say, I don't want to be here no more.
Yeah, they ready.
He got wind. He got wind that we was shopping him, that we had possible free agents on the table. They even said he planned to meet with us to go over his role. He's the best player on the team. What do you got to talk about roles for?
Yeah.
I mean, reading between the lines, I think he heard down the pipeline that we might get some other guys, which makes him expendable. We didn't want to give him the contract, which was his security, and he got angry and started making demands and threats and walked in crying. And we said, all right, Cuban on line one.
Go ahead, JLs. Hold up, Jamal. Go ahead,
got
JLs.
him out of there.
Go ahead, JLs.
Well, the story is the other way around. He wanted to sign the qualifying offer. He was threatening not to sign a long time.
You're going to hear a lot of stories. The story is he was ready to play, too, and then first thing Mark Cuban say is he out for the whole season.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, you just don't know what to believe. I think there's 3 sides to the story. He's trying to make his case. Knicks PR is certainly doing their job. And there's the truth in the middle. Go ahead, JLs.
That was my conspiracy theory was he actually wanted to play. Remember, like the first show? That was my conspiracy theory. Like he actually was closer to being able to play than we thought, and they probably wanted to hold him out, and he probably didn't like that. That was my first conspiracy theory out the gate.
Yeah. I didn't think they would do that. I didn't think they would hold him against his will like that. But it's just interesting, man. He's gone, and like Steve Mills said on the telecast, he said, "Listen, we don't want nobody that's not gonna want to be here." He said they had 8 potential trade scenarios lined up for him, and they felt that if they didn't do it now, they would lose the leverage when it came to evaluating their options at the end of the year. So Jamal, go ahead.
Right, trades lined up for him.
Yeah,
and I was watching the Jalen and Jacoby and the guy Emil Halassin. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah.
But he said the Pelicans turned down.
They did. That's what
KP
they're
offer because of KP medicals.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
And he's been extremely guarded with his medicals and rehabbing overseas. That's what one of our major problems with him was. We couldn't the guy. He over in Real Madrid or wherever he was, rehabbing and training with them, and he our property.
Yeah, well, that's a telltale sign as well, in my opinion. JL's, that in my opinion. I mean, in sports, guys usually go to their hometown and work out and rehab and stuff sometimes, but the exit meeting, starting with that. I mean, there were several things, but I would love to know what was the thing that really caused this to explode the way it did. Because like I said, it's not every day your franchise cornerstone 23-year-old rookie bolts out the back door like he did, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something, and Mills said they were getting the feeling that he didn't want to be there. My question is, why? That's it, man.
I don't think he liked losing.
But we were losing with him, and Jamal, appreciate the call, bro. We was losing with him, Jay Ellis, and part of the problem was he wasn't here.
I mean, I'll make it right.
Yeah, and funnily enough, so the guard in MSG right puts up a summary of Kristaps Porzingis' career on the game. I was rolling at this. Drafted 4th overall, 2015 rookie season, 14 points average. Skipped the exit meeting with front office after
That's a valuable stat.
That's part of the summary of his career. He skipped the exit meeting. Last but not least, played in 186 of possible 296 career games with New York.
That's a stat.
The petty machine at MSG is second to none, JLs.
Definitely petty. They got the game working the graphics over there.
Second to none, man. Second to none.
The game is definitely petty.
Yeah. But, listen, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. We hope that this flexibility gives us some winning in return. And it is what it is, man. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever, man. Once again, shout out to the chat. Shout out everybody in the chat watching. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Shout out to all the new people. Anybody new, give us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. Jay Ellis, we got a super chat from Michael Parker. Once again, number one fan of the show. He says, I have a sneaky feeling that Dennis Smith Jr. was brought over to be packaged along with our pick and possibly Knox to be sent to NO for Davis if AD doesn't get moved by the possible trade deadline. At least you have the flexibility to do it, right?
Yep, I was definitely thinking that too.
But knowing them, I think they're thinking that. I think they're thinking that. Real talk.
I was definitely thinking that too. I was like,
real talk, man.
1, 2, 3 in the first. Yep. Bye.
I think they will go for it, man. I think they would, for better or for worse, they would go for it.
Knox Dennis Smith in the top pick over the Lakers package.
Mm-hmm.
That might get it done.
Factuals. How much time you got left, JLs? I'm taking another call.
Like 10.
Okay. All right. Next call up, Scott from New Jersey wants to talk about the game and give his take on the KP trade. Scott, what's good, bro?
What's going on, my man? How are you?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm here, brother. First off, I want to shout out all the people that was in the Twitter chat with me last night, getting shit popping at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Before you go on, 1 second. Before you go on, shout out to everybody that is in the Twitter chat.
Yeah, plug that.
If you're not in the Twitter chat, you can get in by sharing this video, sharing this show on Twitter with the hashtag PostgameNYK. It's down on the ticker right now. PostgameNYK. Share this video with that hashtag, and we'll throw you in the Twitter group We had the Twitter group rocking. Jay Ellis said his phone was blowing up at 6 a.m. We had people from all over the world talking Knicks, man. It was crazy, man. So, yeah, what else is good, Scott?
All right, I want to point out something that nobody's really pointed out yet.
Yeah, okay.
So, say if, this KP trade never happened or whatever, and we struck out in free agency this summer. We got KP in the squad. That's a 35-win team.
Yes.
That's what, 14 through 20 draft picks? We're not rebuilding with no 14 through 20 draft picks. If we want a game-changing superstar to come here, we need a top 3 pick at least. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get lucky and find a Donovan Mitchell every year. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can't have no 35-win squad.
So you're saying full tank or don't tank it at all? Go for the glory.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? What's the 8th seed, or what's you know what I mean? With KP there and everyone else, that's at least 8th seed, worthy in the East.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, when he was here, we won a playoff seed, so I mean, we'd probably be back in the lottery next year.
Yeah.
If we didn't get any free agents and he was there,
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I don't think
before we got healthy though, we were doing our thing with Knox here. You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah. Go ahead, JLs.
That was looking like a playoff squad.
Yeah, like it really depends on the youth at that point. Like if they can make the next step, then yeah. But like as it stands though, like I'm kind of with you. If we didn't, because I personally, the way it stood last time before the trade, I didn't see any free agents coming here. Like I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't either. I didn't even see Kemba coming here with our squad.
Facts.
Like at this point though, I can.
But now with the 75.
Yeah, it's actually
can happen. Possible. This is all possible, man. Appreciate the call, Scott. I'm just gonna keep the show moving because it's gonna be a short show today. You were saying, Jay Ellis?
No, I was saying like you heard me say on the show 1,000 times. KD ain't coming here, man. Like he ain't coming here. I said this so many times. Like yo, waiting for the super guy to come over here and save us. KD was not coming here with the team who's won 11 games.
Yeah.
And KP off injury and not sure where he's going or not. Like that wasn't happening.
True.
So, but this actually makes it more possible that it can happen. So I kind of agree with him.
Yeah. No, I hear that, man. Real quick, before you dip, JLs, let's just take a look at the box score real quick. Are there any other? We talked about the Knicks the 3 new Knicks. We talked about DSJ. We talked about DeAndre and Wes Matthews. Any other Knicks stick off on the chart for you in this game today? What'd you think?
Oh man, let's see.
I thought Mario played all right. Mario had a decent game.
Mario has been playing pretty alright for January.
Yeah. I think he's come along from the start of the season. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's looking a lot more stable.
Yeah, because beginning of the season he was lost completely lost.
Oh, like the decision making was crazy. And it's crazy because I felt like he's trying to pass more when he went to those drives. The drives are a lot more decisive, and it seems like whenever he tries to pass off those drives, that's when things go wrong.
Yeah.
But recently, he's just made up his mind. I'm going to the hole, and it's been working out for us.
Facts. I seen him try to do it behind the back pass. It was straight to the cameraman. There was no Nick in sight.
I mean, and then that happens too.
Yeah.
But also the real unicorn, Luke Cornett.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a nice few games with us as well.
Yes, he did.
Spreading the floor.
11 points, 4 boards for Luke. Yep, 3 for 7 from 3.
3 from 7. The rebounds are always something that you want, but if you're looking at DeAndre Jordan, that might be a case to keep him because we don't have any rebounds. Rebounding guy on his team. Maybe Von Lay, but he's not even really a center for real.
Right. Yeah, I thought Mario had a decent outing. Knox wasn't the most efficient for him. 5 of 18 for the field, 3 of 9 from 3. Still finishes with 17 points, 2 boards for Knox. That was about it. I mean, Von Lay was a ho-hum for Von Lay. DeAndre had a pretty good outing. Dennis Smith, we talked about. Dotson, not so much. Wes Matthews, nah.
Yeah, I also want to say something about Trier, too, because he's been running point guard today, and I know he hasn't been playing that well lately, but I also got to kind of like give as a point guard, not just like straight up me mode. So I'm gonna give him props for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think ISO's calmed it down a little bit, and I agree to your point. He's been trying, especially us being down Frank, down Moutier. Well, you know, before Dennis Smith Jr. got here, it was really up to ISO and Kadeem Allen. So I definitely saw a concerted effort by ISO to get others involved before he, you know, takes his own shots there. So you know, hopefully that improves over time, man.
Yeah, because there was one player I actually thought he should have went for the layup, but he actually passed it out for a 3-pointer, which he doesn't really do.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's something new. All right.
Facts. One thing going forward, man, with this team, we could use some more shooters, man. We need some more shooters. Yeah. Today, I believe we were 11 from 33 from 3-pointer. What were we? We were 12 for 40.
I mean, I'm glad we're taking them.
Yeah. Silver linings.
Yeah, I'm glad we're taking them because you know league leaders in mid-range shots for so damn long. We really need to shoot more threes and shots at the basket. That's, you know, at least that's what analytics guys say. Absolutely. But you're gonna shoot more threes too when Cornette's in the game. I feel like when Cornette's in the game, it just sets the trend. Yeah. Like threes going up now.
Nah, I feel you, man. How you looking? You got a roll or you got time for one more call? If you got a roll, it's cool.
I got a roll.
Okay.
But
check you Tuesday, man.
Yeah, check you Tuesday. I'm gonna record the next podcast. Watch out for that on Tuesday on SoundCloud and iTunes. Links in my description. And hold it down, CP.
Yes, sir. That was the fastest outro in a minute, JLs. All right, bro.
I know. I had no choice.
Appreciate you, man. All right. That was my guy Jay Ellis on the check-in. He's about to go. He's about to go record the podcast, Nick of Time Show. You can catch him on Spotify, on iTunes as well, and SoundCloud as well. So shout out my guy Jay Ellis. That's my partner doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to the phones. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Back to the phones. Mike from Jersey thinks we can get AD without giving up the first-round pick. Mike, how you going to get that done, man?
Oh, man, big fan.
Appreciate it.
Listen, dream with me for a second. Say the Knicks end the season. Say somehow we get the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. Say somehow we know Durant and Kyrie are coming here. Mm-hmm. With the package, and I believe it's between the Knicks and the Lakers, with the package the Lakers offer and the future first-round picks we have with the Mavs and our own, why can't we throw Dennis Smith, Knox, Mitchell, and a couple others, of future picks, and keep the first-round pick, Zion, and keep Ant with Kyrie and Durant? I know I'm dreaming, but is it possible?
You're dreaming heavy, Mike. You're dreaming heavy, but I like the mindset.
I know, Baba, but tell me why that's not better than the Lakers package.
Because at the end
of future first-round picks, Dennis Smith, Knox, and Mitchell. Yeah. How is that not better than the Lakers, Kuzma, and Ingram?
Because those guys right now are better than what the Knicks are right now. You're talking about Knox and Mitch and Dennis Smith Jr. You're going off of potential. Kuzma's a better player than those guys right now.
Plus 2 or 3 future first-round picks.
Yeah, but those could be
ours and the Mavs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
I'm not throwing in nothing. They're throwing in just Kuzma and Ingram. You know what I mean? Or just Kuzma and Lonzo. I don't know if they have that much value. Is my point.
Yeah, but
listen, I heard the Pels like Mitchell. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid of trading Zion. That's my problem. I do not want to trade Zion on a rookie contract for AD's $250 million or whatever he gets.
I hear you, but you got to understand. Listen, there's another team on the other side of the negotiating table, man, and that team. Appreciate the call, Mike. That team is in a bind to trade a top 10 player in this league, top 5 player in this league, and they have to go back to their fans and bring them back something of comparable value. Without giving up Zion, that's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, man. We got to be realistic, man. If trades got to be fair, man. We can't be the only one winning off these trades. You know what I'm saying? Can't be the only one winning off of these trades. Who else is in the chat? Shout out Marlon Small, T. Williams, Mayhem, Easy Wins. What's going on? Paul Quick, I see you in here. Tyon Reed, T. Williams, Dallas Cowboys junkie in here. Let's go Giants. Yeah, man. This is Knicks Fan TV. Smash that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. Also, this show is available in podcast form. So if you guys are at work tomorrow and can't catch the video on YouTube, your boss might, fire you or something, listen to it on audio, man. We're on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, and you can catch the show in that way in audio format, man. So that is the benefits for you. Ari, what do you got to say, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, CK? I'm
Chilling,
good. How are you?
Yeah, chilling, man. Quick show today because I got to get ready for this game and whatnot. But just want to come on here and do a quick post game. How you feeling?
I'm good. So I'll keep it quick. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dennis Smith and the new guys. So I liked what I saw from Dennis Smith today. Obviously, he picked up some foul trouble. And we know what he could do on the offensive end with his athletic ability. He's probably a top 5 athlete in the league already.
Mm-hmm.
I was very impressed to see his court vision. I didn't know he had that kind of court vision.
Yeah.
He had 6 assists in limited minutes.
Yeah.
That's
no
probably
practice.
More than any point guard on the Knicks that had. Yeah, no practice, no anything. And
no anything. He came in. He was already
guard.
The best player on the team.
Exactly, and if you're playing point guard in the NBA, you got to be able to at least penetrate and kick.
Yep.
And he could do that. Now I'm a little skeptical about the him and Frank backcourt, even though in theory it sounds good, but the problem is neither of them could shoot very well.
Yeah.
I feel like you need someone who at one of them has to shoot, but like we said, maybe one of them goes in the package. Now the thing that Jay Ellis forgot is that we cannot trade Dennis Smith or Wesley Matthews or DeAndre Jordan before the deadline. The CBA won't allow it.
No, you can.
It's just part of this.
You can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
you
you
sure?
can. I spoke to JB at the Knicks Film School. I want to pull up his message. I sent him a message on Twitter. He said you can, but you can't. It can't be. You can't package them all up together. It has to be one for one. If I translated what he gave me correctly, you can still trade them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they can still be traded, but it can't be. They can't be together. I believe it has to be separate trades.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we should definitely trade DeAndre Jordan because he definitely has some trade value.
Why not? The playoff team could use him.
There's so many teams. Exactly. There's so many teams that could use him as a 1-year rental.
Yeah.
So I think that's something good that we got going also. But more importantly, about this conspiracy KP stuff. Is this guy ever going to talk? What's his deal? He's just going to get on IG and post cryptic messages and not have an interview or anything?
I don't know, Ari, man. I am. It's just so puzzling, man. It's just so puzzling what happened here.
I think what happened is what one of the earlier callers said. I think the whole language is he wasn't happy with the direction the team was going, and everyone thought that meant he wasn't happy because we were tanking and he couldn't play. But I think what's really going on is that he really did catch wind of the fact that the Knicks weren't 100% committed to him.
Yeah.
Because of his injury and because of free agency.
Yeah.
And that's why he demanded the trade.
Right.
And now if that is the case, and then it's the organization that didn't really push him out, but that sort of pushed him out, then that even brings my confidence higher that they know something about free agency. That they know something.
Gotcha.
Why would they unintentionally push out a 23-year-old unicorn unless either A, they knew that they had someone big coming, or B, his medicals are a lot worse than people think. And I think that, like I said, if he came in and said, I want to be traded without any other problem, just I want to be traded, then, that's one thing. Then they might have to just roll the dice. But if they're going to be the ones that are kind of pushing him out a little bit, not committing to him, being a little flaky to him, then they got to know something. They have to. So I think
something just was off with this whole thing, man. I don't know if we'll ever know. But something just wasn't right. But I agree with you in that. I don't think it was that he was just tired of losing and tired of the tank, because we were trying to get back, get at least one max this year. Still have the top pick. I mean, that would have to put us right in line with what Dallas is doing. Luka's a beast, but he ain't Michael Jordan.
Right.
He ain't taking him to the finals next year. So I think it was more than that. I think it was more than that.
I agree. And the last thing I want to say is that, you know, everyone's talks, like, I know that Anthony Davis talks, like, you know, package the pick.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one. I wouldn't give that up. Like, I think Anthony Davis, top 5 player, super talented.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. But, like, listen, like, we worked very hard to get this flexibility.
Right.
We traded away a unicorn
Right.
for flexibility, right? Like, that would be Knicks.
Yeah.
That would be Knicks.
And that's why
a top 3 pick.
Yep.
You know,
And
all these players.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, when I say, you know, I'm leery, and people are like, oh, well, you know, and well, you said it, we have the flexibility, and I'm like, yeah, well, how long is that gonna last? You know what I'm saying? How long is that flexibility gonna last? Because you know the Knicks, man, when the Knicks get a couple dollars in their pocket, they burn right through it. They don't know how to be responsible, man. They burn through it.
I know, and you got 2 max spots open already.
Yeah.
If you get like the 2 big prizes, you know, then, you know, listen, if you get all 3 of them, okay, yeah, you're talking about maybe a championship contender. But if you're talking about even 2 of them, you're talking about a contender, and you don't mortgage the future. You could be like the Spurs and have 20 great years instead of like 6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think Knicks fans got to chill with this AD talk and just stick with the process. Try to get some free agents.
Right.
Preserve the flexibility, and you know, let's see what happens.
Appreciate you, Ari. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, listen, Ari has a point, man, and that's my thing. I'm not ready to just give up all the flexibility all in one off season and just go for it. You have to leave some window where some wiggle room where you can still maneuver if something goes wrong, you know, or if you don't have enough pieces. Yeah, I'm not just trying to just throw out all of my young guys, all of my depth, and have KD, who's going to be on the other side of 30, Kyrie coming here with injury risk, Anthony Davis coming here with banged up injury risk. Yeah, they're great players. They're top 10. I'll put them definitely top 10. You have 3 in the top 10. Let's go. But where's the rest going to come from? Who's going to take significant pay cuts to come to this team? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to take significant pay cuts to come to this team? You know, I say keep that flexibility, man. Let's go to Mike Check. We're going up north in Toronto. Mike Check wants to talk about the draft. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on, yo? Okay, quick question. Okay, I got a few questions. Okay. First and foremost, don't you think it's best maybe that the Knicks just keep the draft pick, keep Zion, and then also since they have Zion, you see what I'm saying, they'll have flexibility to maybe get a Kevin Durant and then possibly package like Dennis Smith, because let's be realistic, Dennis Smith is like Steve Francis in 2019. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very athletic.
I can see the comparison with the franchise.
Time, though, he can't. He doesn't have. He has a low basketball IQ. We saw what happened. Dallas saw what happened. Dallas saw him, and I think it was against, what team was it? The Pelicans or something like that.
Yeah.
To give the ball to my boy over here. What's his kid's name? Luka Doncic to win the game. He was hot as freaking fish grease. Yeah. He goes and runs up and tries to do a layup and tries to win the game and loses the game. After that, they were like, this guy's trash. We need to get rid of this guy. You see what I'm saying? So maybe they should package him, the French guy, and and a few other guys there. Because let's be realistic, Knicks have a lot of guys, a lot of subpar, average players. You see what I'm saying? That really don't have a really good basketball IQ and try to rebuild the team correctly. You see what I'm saying?
Facts. I hear you, man. Yo, how you not a Raptors fan, man? You don't rock with we the North?
I'm a Raptors fan. No. I'm a Raptors fan. Like, yo, big Raptors fan.
Okay.
95. You know what I'm saying? Like, that isn't gonna change.
Of course.
But you know what I mean? I grew up on the Knicks too. You know what I'm saying? Like Allen Houston days, et cetera.
Yeah.
Sprewell. So you know, I fuck with the Knicks. But like, what do you think about that though? You think they should get rid of Dennis Smith or not?
I mean, it all depends. Like I said, it all depends on what the trade is that they're trying to make. We still need a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We still need a point guard.
They need a point guard. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. We need a point guard 100%. 100%. So, like I said, people tell me Ja Morant is off the table for this. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I don't think Ja Morant is off the table for it. I don't think Ja Morant is off the table necessarily. All depends on where they end up in the lottery. But wherever we end up in free agency, we need a point guard. We need a point guard. They can't work without it. You cannot work without it. No matter if you're getting KD by himself, no matter if you're getting AD by himself, the point guard is what's going to make this whole thing go and put it all together. We need that point guard, man.
I hear you on that still, but okay, so don't you think possibly maybe they should try to try to get rid of, because let's be realistic, you need a point guard with a good IQ and that can shoot the ball. You guys don't have that. The French guy, come on, let's be realistic. He needs to be in the D League. Well, Dennis Smith, you know what I mean? Come on, we saw Steve Francis on the Knicks before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I agree, Jim. People in the chat some people in the chat are banking on Kyrie. I'm not banking on Kyrie. If he comes, then we're good. If he comes, you could trade Dennis Smith Jr. and try to get something back. But I wouldn't count.
I hear you on that, but
don't Ja Morant.
Well, wouldn't you think that's a good? Because look, let's be realistic. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant, he wants his own team. The thing, and Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Zion. It's a good roster right there. You see what I'm saying? And then you have DeAndre. Maybe you could even package some of the other guys and maybe try to get Bol or some other center. You see what I'm saying? Kind of play, some, you know what I mean? Bol's your typical African big, you know what I mean? Block shots,
I don't like that build. He reminds me of KP. I don't want him. And he is already hurt. I don't want Bol.
You don't want him, man?
Nah, I don't like that. We got KP, we got Mitch. Them dudes that's built like that and trying to play like wings. Nah, I don't want that. I don't want. It's too much of a risk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too much of a risk. Yo, wasn't RJ Barrett hooping up in Canada?
Yeah, he's nice though. RJ Barrett's nice, you know what I mean? But he's kind of, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? The way I look at him, I think his game is kind of you know what I mean? There's no flashes. We've seen RJ Barrett before. You see what I'm saying? Andrew Wiggins.
Right.
There's been other guys just like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to me, I think Zion is the truth.
Okay.
Zion is the guy. The NBA should not NBA needs to do what they need to do, but they got to make sure Zion doesn't go to Cleveland or go to one of these bum teams. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? They got to pull that Patrick Ewing thing. You know what I'm saying? For Zion for the Knicks. I'm dead serious. Even guys on here please don't let him go to Cleveland. Yeah. Don't ruin the kid. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you, Mike Check. I feel you, man. I hope not, man. Cleveland always winning the damn lottery, man. Whether it's LeBron, Kyrie, Anthony Bennett, Wiggins. How much number one picks do they need, man? It's all time, man. It's all time, Adam Silver. Throw us a bone. Once again, shout out everybody in the chat. This is Knicks Postgame Live. CP rolling solo dolo on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm going to take a couple more calls before I wrap it up. But if you're new to the chat, give me a hashtag new so I can shout you guys out. This is the number one postgame show on YouTube for the Knicks fans, by the Knicks fans. We talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, post-game live discussions after every game. So, yeah, this is the home for you, man. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. What else? The Twitter group is going strong. If you guys want to join the Twitter group, all the Twitter group is, we just talking Knicks, keeping the conversation going. So the Twitter group is up and going. If you want to join the group, share this video, share this stream on Twitter with hashtag PostgameNYK. I'll find you from there, and I'll add you to the Twitter group, and you can join the conversation there. So it's a good time. Shout out to some of my new people. Wolf789, shout out to you. Valkyo, he says he's new. Shout out Aries. What's going on, Aries? Yeah, man, shout out all the new people. Let's go back to the phones. And Tommy, welcome to the channel, Tommy. Back to the phones. Julian wants to talk about the new additions. What do you think about the new additions today, Julian?
Call me crazy.
Yeah.
I've been calling this for the longest time. Call me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Smith does not look that much better than Frank.
Or Moutier, right?
Listen, he's way better than Moutier, but that's a different subject.
No, well, listen, look, I wouldn't compare him and Frank just now. I think this kid, when it comes to just natural ability, this kid is the best point guard on the team. He hasn't even practiced for a minute. Come on, you can't deny that, Julian.
Oh, yes.
Can't deny that.
when I look at his athleticism, when I look at like his God-given athleticism, the man, he really reminds me of Derrick Rose in terms of his ability to jump out of the gym and really dunk on people. So I like that.
Okay.
But like in terms of distributing, he made some good passes today. I like the corner three that he gave Knox.
Yeah. Call Vonleh with
I like the lob pass to DeAndre. Yeah. But you have to look at it from the point he cannot shoot the ball.
The shot was a little off today. Shot was a little
off.
You
can see he was fucking like they were bricks.
Yeah.
And it looks like he isn't confident Kyrie this summer, but I still think we probably need another guard out of the draft.
Like I said, I don't think Ja's off the table, man. I don't think he's off the table.
Yeah, he's not. He can't be off the table.
Yeah, but I want to see. This is Dennis Smith Jr. time to shine, man. I want to see what he looks like this whole year. Let him start, and I want to see him and Frank pairings. I want to see what's going on.
Yeah, in theory, that backcourt should work. And I like what Ari was saying about it, but I actually think it's gonna work. You see, like Frank, he looks like a shooter. He has the form, everything down. He needs to keep, because you notice when he's hot, when he's shooting well, he's always following through. Frank just needs to be more consistent when he's following through with the shots. So you gotta look at it like that, and I think Dennis and Frank can play off each other very well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Also, hate to see Noah Vonleh in the NBA jersey. Not Noah Vonleh, Joakim Noah in an NBA jersey.
Bum.
Really just pisses me off.
Bum. Can't stand that dude.
Total bum.
Now he wants to come to the game with energy and rah-rah and all that. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I really want to go off
where was all this?
With some profanity, but I'm trying to keep it a clean show. Yeah, where was all this, man? Get this guy out of here, man. This dude is a bum.
I don't get it.
Dude is a
Seriously.
bum, man.
And I'm glad he's at like one of the worst franchises in the NBA. Kind of fitting. But I actually think DeAndre, I think we should keep him for the rest of the year. So what? He makes us win a few games. It's not like we're gonna move out of the top 3. So I think
that's true.
Him and Mitch, he can teach Mitch all. I like what Fizz was saying. He can teach Mitch all the rotations.
Yeah.
How to be like a defensive coordinator on the floor, and I really like that.
Yeah.
You're talking about a guy who won the Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
He is an
and
all-star.
you could even see his influence out there. I saw him in Cornette's here. I saw him talking to Vonleh. You could just see, he's a natural defender. It's definitely something that Mitch could learn from for sure. He ain't learning it from Cannon, so might as well keep DeAndre and Cannon talking about, oh well, why is this guy playing over me? He's not younger than me. Listen, man.
He's 20 times the player Enes Kanter ever will be.
Facts.
And that's just the way it is. And I want to touch on 2 more things before I let you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's so we want Kansas chance. Seriously. I don't want those people to be fans of the Knicks anymore.
That's
leave the Guardians.
That's MSG for you, man. Embarrassing, man.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's how can you not see through the BS coming out of this man's mouth?
I've been
about, I love New York.
I've been going to war with people on Instagram, talking about, he's a double-double. He wants to play here. How can y'all hate on this man? I'm like, y'all not thinking clearly, man. And appreciate the call, Julian. These people not thinking clearly, man. I don't know how you can embrace a guy that every chance he gets, he throws his coach under the bus, throws his team under the bus, whining and complaining about playing time. I understand his dilemma. I understand it's messing his money up. He wants to play. He's passionate about the game. I understand all of that. Human nature, I understand all that. But there's a way to carry it. There's a way to carry yourself as a professional. And I'm not saying that because I played in the league. I'm not saying that. But I say that because you could see how other players handle that type of adversity. Look how Trey Burke handled that adversity. Look how Courtney Lee handled that adversity. And you want to tell me they're not on the same level in terms of players? Whatever. It's the same principle. It's the same principle. No man is above the team. And that's my whole point with Cannon. No man is above the team. Stop calling out your coach. Stop calling out this acquisition. He's talking about the team issues a statement on the KP trade. His responses on Twitter. it's too much of a distraction, man. Yeah, and you could see it's wearing on Fizdale big time. Fizz is worn out. Fizdale is worn out, man. He's worn out, man. All right, let's go. 3 last calls in the night, Dave. 3 last calls in the night. Let's start with Nathan from New Jersey. He wants to talk about the new players. Nathan, what you think about the new guys tonight?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. How you feeling?
Good. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, and hopefully let's get a good game tonight. But
yep.
Going to the Knicks game really quick from today. Okay. I really like what I saw from DeAndre Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He brought some defensive presence with that block in the beginning, and plus he's really like the other caller said, he's really talkative to the other young players. So I think he could be a good asset for the rest of the season instead of buying him out. So we can keep him on the roster, and then hopefully that. I mean, he might win us some games, but to be honest, we need the other team, like the Cavs and all. They'll keep losing. If they keep losing, then we'll be in good shape. If they keep winning, we'll be in good shape. And if we keep losing and winning, we'll be in good shape. But I like DeAndre Jordan, what he did, and then Dennis Smith Jr. He didn't get any practice time, so we'll give him a shot and see what he has. And the guy Wes Matthews, he didn't really do that much, but do you think he's a buyout candidate, Wes Matthews?
Yeah, I do. I think Wes Matthews he's a trade candidate first, buyout candidate second. I think DeAndre. I think they'll explore the market for both of these dudes. You have to. We're in the asset acquisition portion of it, and I think both of them need to be on the block by Thursday.
And I got one more thing, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you expect Scott Perry and Steve Mills to, if they want to make another trade at some point before the trade deadline, do you expect them to attach Enes Kanter with Wes Matthews and someone else to get some draft picks or something?
No, I don't think they can do that. Yeah, I don't think they can trade in that regard, and I don't think anybody wants either one of those in a package deal. And that's a lot of money. You're talking about. Kanter's making 18. Wes Matthews is making about 18. And you're talking about $36 million that you got to come back in salary. So that's probably a damn near impossible trade to make. I don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening. Here are these guys at the post-game press conference. They made these guys do the post-game press conference after the game. I can only imagine what I can only imagine what they have to say, man. Look at DeAndre Jordan's face. He's like, man, what do you really want me to say in this situation? I could be out of here in less than 3 days. But we're here to win. We're 10 and 40 something. Oh man, nothing like good public. Thanks for not being told the full story about the trade.
Hey man, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Hey, here's the one problem I have with the trade and the way they're trying to structure the team going forward.
Mm-hmm.
In the entire history of the NBA, there's never been a champion that didn't have a homegrown star to start with on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So now, even in the case of, say, AD coming in,
yep,
you're talking about establishing chemistry with 3 brand new guys, a coach on his
starting
second year
all over again
to implement a system, right? And assuming that they're going to be the one group that would gel and be able to win, because ultimately that's the goal, right? Is to win the championship.
Absolutely.
Not just to put a competitive team out there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue I have with dumping KP. Now, if what they say was true, that he really didn't want to be there, you got to get rid of the guy. And it's not a bad haul to get in return. But I think when he found out that they might ship him to New Orleans, he said no, because New Orleans made a statement that they said KP's, let's say, camp wouldn't sign in New Orleans long term.
Right.
So now, if you go to the guy and say, well, you want to be here, he's probably like, yo, and tried to get rid of me.
Joe, my fault, Joe. I'm having a bad connection on the line. Try to call back. It's just not good for the audio when your connection is in and out like that. All right, let's go to Puerto Rico. Let's warm up in Puerto Rico. Carlos wants to give his thoughts on the trade. Carlos, what's up, bro? Carlos, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, Carlos, your connection isn't good, man. Call back, Carlos. Let's go to Tony from Atlanta. Wants to talk about the trade and the new players. Tony, you're not going to the game, man? You want to talk basketball? You're not going to the Super Bowl, bro?
Nah, man. I went out there last night, man. The traffic was mad.
Bananas. I know it's crazy
like
right now.
1 million people out there.
Yeah, I know it's a zoo down there in the A, man.
But real quick, I just want to tell you real quick how I feel about. I'm originally from New York, from the Bronx.
Okay.
I'm down here now.
Yep.
And one thing I'm really concerned about was the Knicks, what they were going to do had they not traded Porzingis, because I was sitting there looking like, damn, this dude is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he's not going to play all season. A lot of free agents is probably looking like, yo, I don't want to play here. This dude is frail, you know? So I really feel like we did a good job by getting rid of Porzingis. You know, I love Trey Burke. I was mad, but I understand, you know, he had to follow Hardaway, you know, because they're Michigan products or whatever. So that was a good look on their part.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm ready for AD and Kevin Durant.
Wishful thinking, man.
That's all I got to say.
Thinking. All right, man. Tony, enjoy the game, enjoy the festivities, stay safe in the city, man. Tony's a big dreamer, yo. Tony's a big dreamer. Hey, listen, I would love it, but we'll see. I will say that I'm good with the flexibility. I'm good with the draft picks that we have, and if we strike out, it is what it is. I'm not gonna tie the success of this KP trade to what we do in the summer of 19. It's too much pressure on us. You're asking for a lot. You're asking for guys to take pay cuts. You're asking for guys to take one less year of salary. And you're asking for guys to come to teams that's not better than where they at right now. I mean, Kevin Durant is in the best situation right now. They're going to win the championship again this year. And if he goes back to Golden State, they can win the championship again next year, on top of him making tons more money, a year extra in salary, new stadium. I mean, does he really want to come here that bad? I'd love to have him. But I'm just saying, man, I can't. If that was me, I don't think I would do it. Why would he? Why would he? You know, I don't know, man. All right, I'll take one more before I wrap up. Once again, this is Postgame Live, #1 show on YouTube for Knicks fans by Knicks fans. If you're new in the chat, it's your first time here, first and foremost, welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. Knicks fans from around the world talking Knicks. Living and dying with this team through the good days, and this is certainly one of the worst eras of our history. One of the worst eras, probably the worst team I've seen since I've been watching the Knicks. I've been watching the Knicks since that guy right there, Patrick Ewing, was dominating the league. I miss this guy, Bernard King. I miss Bernard King, but Ewing and Starks, that was my era. So I'm hoping for better days, man. Hoping for better days. But, you know, once again, this is the show where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, post-game analysis. We're going to be having some guests coming up in the future, talking college basketball. We're going to get some scouts to talk about some of these prospects. Obviously, we're looking at, 1 through 5. So we're going to talk to some scouts and get some of their breakdowns of some of these prospects out there. Tell us who they like, who they don't like, get their opinions. We got some journalists coming on as well. So I'm working on some guests, man. We're working on some guests to freshen up the show with some content. And, so far, I got to say thanks to everybody for supporting the show, man, for supporting the show. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before the season is up. The way you can help, if you're a regular watcher and you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe. If you're new, hit that subscribe. Sharing these videos can help me out a great deal. You share it with your friend. Anybody who's a Knicks fan that you know and they're not in this show, whether it's watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, send them the link. Tell them this is where it's at. This is where it's at for the diehard phones, you know? This is where it's at. Well, what somebody say about the phones? Did Dave say something about the phones? Dave said that the phones are choppy right now. All right, we've had that issue in the past where the phones get choppy. So this might be the best time to end the show. Let you guys know that we will be back on Tuesday, Knicks versus Pistons, right here on Postgame Live. We start at around the YouTube chat will be open at around anytime during the day. So if you guys want to come in chat early, you can. I don't do pregame shows. I just don't have time to do that right now. But postgame is on and popping. Every postgame we are here, either me and Jay Ellis or just me or maybe Jay Ellis. So we always have that coverage. Also, the merchandise. Knicks Fan TV store is open. We got the Mitch Please shirts in there. My fault. My outro music was extra loud. My fault. But the store is open. There's a link in the video description to the store. The fan poll is also up. Hit the I icon. It's like a lowercase I. Vote in today's fan poll. Let me know what you guys think. Let me guys know what you think about the call, about the trade. That's today's fan poll. What else? We also run a replay of the show throughout the day. So the first replay will be up at about maybe 8-10 o'clock, and then it runs throughout the day, throughout the morning, where you guys can talk to other Knicks fans around the world. And I know some people ask, is this live, is this replay? Look in the title. Look in the title of the video. It'll always say replay. So you never have to ask if it's a replay or it's live. It will always say replay if it's a replay. And sometimes I'm in there, I'm still talking to Knicks fans as well. So that's the story. Shout out everybody that tuned in once again. Just hit that thumbs up button for me before you leave. Gay at University, appreciate you. Darryl Walsh watching from Ireland, catches us live. Alex Collins also from Ireland, appreciate you. Frank Matos, appreciate you. Tamika Pearson says she loves the trade. No doubt. Frank Wilson, appreciate it. John Talento, appreciate it. John was in here first. Nick Fury, that's a dope name. Dope name, man. Zombie Jr. was good. Neutron was good. Tyler, high fives. Check out my guy, Knicks Fan TV, Dave, was out at the Garden before the Knicks and Celtics game, and he got some reactions to the KP trade. Check that out. That video is also in the cards, a little eye icon at the top right. Click on that. You can click on the video. It's called Fan Cam, and Dave got some good reactions out there. So if you haven't seen it, give it a shot. And yeah, man, that's about it. So once again, appreciate you guys for hanging with us. Appreciate you guys for supporting us. And we'll see you Tuesday night, Knicks versus Pistons. Don't miss it. See you guys again, man. Peace.